every year your adult kid puts off buying a home, the equity clock is running. And by the time they hit their 40s, that wait can cost them around $150,000. That's not a typo. A big chunk of that gap closes with one move most families never even talk about, and it barely touches your taxes to do it. I see this all the time. Parents come in, they love their kids, they want to help, but they're stuck on this quiet belief that helping is somehow cheating and that their kid should do it the way they did it: grind, save, wait, earn it. I get it. It feels like character, it feels fair. But watch what that belief is actually costing. The typical first time buyer in this country is 40 years old. 5 years ago, it was 33. First time buyers are down to 21% of the market, the lowest it has been since 1981. So while parents are waiting for their kid to do it alone, the math is quietly working against that kid. Somebody who waits until 40 to buy their starter home gives up roughly $150,000 in equity compared to somebody who bought at 30. That is not lost because they made a bad choice. Time alone takes it. Prices climb whether your kid owns or not, and every rent check builds someone else's wealth instead of theirs. Now, the other thing keeping good parents on the sidelines, they think a gift like this triggers some giant tax bill. So they do nothing. And the doing nothing is the expensive part. In 2026, you can give any one person up to $19,000 without so much as a form to fill out. A married couple can give 38,000 to that same person. And this is the piece almost nobody uses. If your child is married, you and your spouse can each give your child and their spouse separately. That is up to $76,000 moving in a single year with zero impact on your lifetime exemption and no tax bill. What if you want to give more than that? People assume that that is when the tax hammer drops. It usually doesn't. Anything above the annual amount just counts against your lifetime exemption. And that sits at $15 million per person in 2026. For almost every family I sit down with, going over the annual number means a form, not a check written to the government. The tax sphere is mostly a ghost. So if the money side is that clean, why do people still hesitate? Parents worry the gift will somehow mess up their kid's loan. And the opposite is actually true. A gift is one of the cleanest things you can bring to a mortgage. Lenders deal with gifted down payments constantly. There is a simple document called a gift letter that just says the money is a gift and not a loan that has to be paid back. That's it. There are real rules, though, and this is where families trip if nobody walks them through it. The money has to come from an acceptable source: parents, grandparents, children, a spouse, a fiance, even a domestic partner, all fine. Because lenders accept gifts from people related by blood, marriage, adoption, or guardianship. The one hard line: nobody with a financial stake in the sale can be the gift giver. Not the seller, not the builder, not the real estate agent. If that money touches the wrong hands, it can blow up the approval. And the paper trail matters too. The money cannot just appear in the kid's account the day of the closing with no explanation. Underwriters want to see where it came from. Done right, it's smooth. Done sloppy, it stalls the whole deal. And you're not doing something weird here. Close to a quarter of first time buyers get help from family for their down payment. So the parents who think they would be the odd ones out, are actually the norm now. If you are a parent sitting on this fence, the answers depend on your family, how much you can give without touching your own retirement, whether to do it as a gift or something structured, how to time it and document it so it strengthens the loan instead of stalling it. That is the conversation I have with parents every week. Book a call using the link right below this video, and we will map out what makes sense for your family before another year of that equity clock runs off. If this helped you see it clearly, subscribe so the next family that needs to hear this finds it too.